Yeah, dude. You gotta have some Herbie Hancock.
Herbie Hancock, Herb Alpert, and the Tijuana Brass.
What's it called? Like a rhinestone cowboy. Dun,
Yeah, who's the original?
dun, dun.
That?
Bing
I forget.
Crosby.
Did that?
Bing Crosby.
Sure.
With his whole
Boom?
Navy
Boom?
band. Yeah, that's what he did. Yeah.
No, Glenn Campbell. It's Glenn Campbell.
Oh yeah, Glenn Campbell's the Navy band.
Yeah.
The In the Mood guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
same dude. Well, his brother.
Wow.
Ba-da-ba-bum-bum-bum-bum. In the mood for love. Like a rhinestone cowboy.
Wait,
Like a
now
rhinestone cowboy.
now my brain is like, wait, who's Wichita lineman?
I
Who's-
don't know.
Are you talking about Travis Kelce?
That's also Glenn Campbell.
Oh.
Wait, then who? Wait, what's going on? Then who is
Who am I?
in
Who am
the
I?
mood?
What am
That's
I?
Glenn Miller, not Glenn
Yeah,
Campbell.
dude. Glenn Miller. He also
Okay,
wrote
Glenn Miller. Okay.
Abracadabra.
Okay.
I want to
Okay.
reach out and grab you.
I just sorted out
Dun,
the
dun, dun, dun,
the
dun.
names in my mind.
For the record, I did remember it was Glenn Miller. I was just playing along.
This
Okay.
episode was silly and fun, and I loved it. Just spoiler
Yes.
alert.
Are you
It was
serious?
It was a silly episode.
10 out of 10.
I must not know you at all because I thought, oh, Ricardo's gonna hate this one for some reason.
No,
I felt
I could
you would
tell
hate
Ricardo
it.
would love it.
Yeah, 10 out of 10, dude.
What? Oh God.
Well, Ricardo is a fan of movies, and the whole thing is filled with movie references. So.
What's the noise?
Oh, it's a song.
It's a song. I was like, what the fuck is this noise?
We're finally trying to talk over the intro, man. This intro, man. It screws us up.
Yeah.
Well, it's dramatic. It starts off dramatically. Although this
Yeah.
is not a dramatic episode. This is a full comedy episode.
Yeah, this is definitely the farce. Like,
Yeah,
the
but this-
closest to a
but-
farce
But
that
you
we've
know
seen.
what? It's so funny
Yeah.
because like this is the first time where like I check the bar, at the bottom to see how
Yeah.
long I had left,
Uh-huh.
and I'm like, oh man, okay, good, like in a good way. I mean, not like
Oh, like I got
What?
more left.
Not
Yeah.
like, oh my god, dude, this is never gonna end. It was like oh, I hope this never ends.
Like
I'm really
Alamo-
surprised by this.
Why?
I actually
don't
thought
know.
this would be the case for
I'm
Ricardo.
a man of
yeah.
many-
Yeah, this feels about right
shades.
for Ricardo.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
have like a legendary character actor hamming it up.
Yep,
Yeah,
yep.
I guess so.
Hammies.
What's his name? I keep forgetting
Wallace
his name.
Shawn.
Yeah.
Yes. So,
Sean Whalen.
Yeah,
no.
so Mr. Inconceivable himself.
Yeah. It's funny. I was telling this to Sarah while we were watching. When I saw this when I was younger, I thought the Grand Nagus was a grandma. 'Cause I did not have like I did not have the context of they're all male, it's a male driven society. So I thought their Grand Nagus was a grandmother. And
Huh. Interesting.
Whoa.
How did you
So,
take those lines about being taught by a human female then?
Move on.
I wasn't paying attention. I was young and stupid. So
That's fine. Just not paying attention. That's easy.
I don't think I can call him. I don't think I can say that word.
you can
During
do that.
this recording.
They said it
Too
a bunch of
careful.
I just, it feels very
Like it's a
uncomfortable.
completely separate word. You have to be able to differentiate words from each other, or else you won't be able to live in
That's from you,
society.
dude.
Can I just say Vegas?
just like
The Grand Vegas.
Yeah.
Fallout View Nagus.
Whoa, Dan.
Here's the thing: is that
I just,
if
I
you're
feel
having trouble saying it,
uncomfortable. No, I
if
feel
you're-
uncomfortable.
Okay, fine. It's okay for you to feel uncomfortable, but you have to quit saying our names every single time
Yeah.
we say it, or else we won't be able to get through this episode, Sarah.
it's like if I say this,
Mm.
if I say this, the N word. What are you thinking about?
Nagus.
The
Vegas.
Newbie.
Because I'm thinking about Nicaraguans. See,
Well,
that's
I
crazy.
don't like saying that either.
Nicaraguans, but that's what they are.
It's just what they are.
Yeah, dude. It's like Mexicans. You could just say
Oh
it.
my
you know?
god.
Yeah.
I have a suspicion the word Nagus came from the word magus. Like a magus is a thing. Like a magus is like the lead mage. So I think that's
Mage.
kind of where it came from. Like a
an old hag?
sorcerer. Like
Oh.
a sorcerer. Like a
You know what? I came to the conclusion about the Ferengi.
Okay.
What's that?
Their whole society just runs like a corporation. It's
Oh
fine.
yeah, no, yeah.
It's-
That's explicitly it. That's
It's
explicitly what it
basically
is.
like, hey, what's going on? Are we expanding? And it's like,
well,
great
down to
growth.
the hey, everyone hates us now. We need to find somewhere where no one
Yeah.
hates us yet.
We need to find somewhere where no one hates us and there's no unions.
Yeah. I mean, it's essentially America in another 4 years. So.
It feels very familiar, actually.
Yeah, a lot of this felt familiar.
Yeah,
dude.
so we
Can't wait
have
for the race
failed.
wars.
We have become Ferengi.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, okay, that actually brings to mind all of the comments that I've seen in the past of people like commenting that the Ferengi society was supposed to be an allegory or a comparison to American capitalism in particular.
Yeah, I mean, they were trying to make it a little more explicit with their society as time went on. Like the obsession with gold is fortunately kind of over, and
For the
it's
most
more.
part.
Yeah, it's more.
Kind of.
Yeah, so like obviously
De-emphasized
obviously the Ferengi started in a bad place. Even Armin Shimmerman accepts that. He goes, "We started off bad."
I think they have a ways to go still.
Oh no, there's definitely a ways to go. This is not.
Yeah, but this is like the beginning of the shift. Or like we are in mid shift right now.
Yes, it is definitely not like fixed.
We're halfway through the Nagus.
And I think what they're trying to do is
By the way, Nagus reminds me of nougat for some reason. See, that's
Yep.
what I related to.
That's fine. Yeah, that's totally fine. And
now I want a chocolate bar.
like I think they're attempting to like make it extra weird in the same way like Klingons started off bad, but then they just started adding a bunch of other stuff to it, and now Klingons are their own very weird idiosyncratic type of thing that can't really compare very well to that many cultures. So I think that's what they're starting to do with the Ferengi. They're kind of like, okay, let's move away from the stereotypes and move more towards like social commentary about corporations and general capitalism. So
Yeah, much like Klingons, it's a society that is kind of hard to write because when you really, think
it should not
through,
exist.
It doesn't make much sense.
It's a society
You can't
based.
build a society on rewarding treachery.
Yeah, you can't build a society based on corporate betrayal like constantly. Like,
Yeah, like you can't.
To be honest, like to be fair, this is exactly like Succession.
oh, I haven't seen all of Succession, so if you're saying
Spoiler
it, then
alert! Spoiler
sure,
alert!
sure. Yeah.
At one point, it seems like he doesn't love one of his sons, and then his son betrays him. And basically, it's what gives him like hope. Like, oh, okay. Well, at one point, I think he even says like, if like basically like you should have betrayed me. If you would have like basically like pulled rank on me, I would have loved you more. Basically, at one point. But this is like, now that I think about it, it's a lot like Succession.
I mean, Succession is also like
a giant conglomerate. You know?
Yeah, it's also a commentary on hyper-capitalism and an evil like backstabbing family. So like
makes sense.
Sort of, yeah. Well, if you couldn't tell, the episode we watched was the Nagus. They had a lot of other names originally, but they selected.
They should have went with the other names.
But this episode first aired on March 21st of 1993.
Wait, what were the other names? Out of curiosity.
Oh well,
the
other name. It was Friends and Foes and Friend Like Me.
Friend Like Me.
I think that
I would have gone with any of those over.
The last one they had was Bronchianus. I don't know what that was about.
But yeah, this first aired on March 21st of 1993, which is a week since the last episode. So let's dive into this wormhole and see what we find.
Wow, there wasn't much there to find this week, though. I only got two things for you. One was the movie of the week, which released on the 19th. It was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3. The bad one.
The samurai one? The samurai one?
Yeah.
This is a shitty ass movie, dude.
It was not very good.
They kind of gave up on doing all of the Muppetry very well. They were just like, eh.
Yeah, they kept on cutting more and more corners there. And I think when I was watching it, I was like, get to the Turtles in Time part, but it doesn't do any Turtles in Time stuff.
And it doesn't like, Jim Henson's not involved. The company's not involved anymore, right? The Henson Company?
I don't know if by that point they were completely like not involved anymore, or if they had just like, just downgraded the costuming overall. But
I mean, I imagine they weren't involved if it got that bad. I don't think they would allow it to be that bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's the Jim Henson Company, so I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Ricardo, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So you like the Ninja Turtles movie, right?
The first one, yes, because it's got Sam Rockwell.
But Ricardo, it's full of Muppets. How do you feel about that?
It's not Muppets.
It is technically Muppets, actually.
Technically, they're costumes that they're wearing, so it's not Muppet.
Technically, Big Bird is a Muppet and is a costume.
Technically, he's not a Muppet. It's a costume he's wearing. If a man is totally immersed inside and not just a hand, then it is a costume.
That's Big Bird. Big Bird's a Muppet.
Okay, are you fucking saying that the penguin is a fucking Muppet?
Well, Penguin doesn't have additional articulation that's
Come on,
required.
Victor. Are you saying he's a puppet?
Like
Huh?
the Ninja Turtles' mouths needed to be articulated separately along with their eyes. So
Marvin,
they are Muppets.
These are not Muppets, dude.
They are.
I don't want to weigh in until I hear the definition of Muppet from the Jim Henson Company.
Yeah.
All right.
Because they are definitely the company that makes Muppets, but I don't think everything they make is a Muppet by default.
I want to go in public and say Jim Henson is a piece of shit.
Oh, I think that's one that most would disagree with. Jim Henson, I think, has a mostly spotless reputation from what I can remember.
He did cheat on his wife.
He would finger the puppets, dude.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, then
Yeah.
that's garden variety scandal now.
Yeah, he was he was not a perfect family man by any means. So yeah.
Well,
Who is these days, honestly?
we're all human. Infidelity is at this point is a pretty high bar.
It's the American way. It's the American celebrity way to.
Honestly, considering the time we live in, that is a high bar. Fuck it. We're
Fuck
there
it.
now.
Fuck it. We're doing
Moving
infidelity
on. The
live.
only other thing I had was a trip to Simpsons Land because there's only one episode thus far aired in the month of March 1993, and it was The Last Exit to Springfield. And it was the one where Homer becomes the boss of his union to make sure that Lisa had a dental plan.
Oh
Because
yeah.
Lisa
that
needs
one.
braces.
Yeah.
It's also when Lisa played classical gas.
Oh yeah. Boy, classical gas. Bum, ba, da, bum, bum, bum. She played it.
Mhm.
It's one of those things where, much like what was it, Artie and the what's it called when Homer plays like a one-man band and he's playing Artie and like the Funks or something. The Funkadelic.
Oh, Archie Bell and also the Drells.
Yeah, Archie Bell and also the Drells. It's like when you're a kid, you just think it's something they're just making up, and then you realize, oh no, she played it exactly the way.
Well, in my mind, Lisa's playing sounded so good that it just sounded like a recording, whereas Homer's sounded kind of crummy to me at the time. But when I went to go see the actual
Yeah, it's
song, Tighten Up by Archie Bell and the Drells, it sounds like that.
It's exactly the same.
Like-
yeah.
Well, it's not exactly the same, but like his fidelity to the melody was actually very close, and I was
Yeah.
like, oh wow,
He's doing it.
that's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Cool. He was doing it. Like he played it very competently, even while on the ground being attacked by a monkey. in
Yeah,
the
maybe
face.
that's how Archie Bell did it back in the day. He needed to be attacked by a monkey while recording.
Honestly, anyone can if you just want to dance for a while, go find "Tighten Up" by Archie Bell and the Drells. It's a good song.
It's good. Yeah. Well, I believe we're out of the wormhole, right?
Yes, we are.
We are out of the wormhole, and you know what? Let's head on over to the land of Exeter, where they are
Wow, extra this time.
yeah. Well, I mean, they are currently having their Black Friday. By the time of this recording,
Yeah.
I don't know if the Black
late.
Friday
Too late,
sale
dude.
will. It might still be going on, but it's also one of those things where it's the holidays.
At this point, many companies and places will extend a sale beyond the Black Friday window just because.
Yeah, I think they're just gonna do it. I think
Marvin,
they're just gonna keep
Release this on Monday, and then it's in time for Cyber Monday. Hmm?
Well, that's the thing. Cyber Monday
Monday.
now lasts
Give
like
the people
5
what they want,
days.
dude.
Like,
Well, Black
So-
Friday officially begins like a few days before November now, and continues on through after Christmas.
yeah,
It's
so
just continuous holiday shopping season from
yeah, so
here till
yeah.
January now.
Yeah, basically it's until the fucking the thing comes out. So I don't know, but
Are we doing well enough as an economy to support Black Friday still? Is this
I don't know if we
still a
are.
Are
No, the
people still shopping like that?
The macro economy is great.
Yeah, definitely.
Numbers are up.
Yeah, if number up, everything up, right? Nothing bad.
Here's the thing about Black Friday. Try to buy everything you can that you're going to need for the next 4 years before the year ends.
Yeah. You
The
know what?
tariffs are gonna be
Actually,
crazy.
the tariff thing. Yeah, I was just thinking about that. That's probably going to make it extra fucking crazy this year, to be honest.
Oh yeah, like people are buying up. Like I'm into.
I bought a
the
car,
tech-
dude.
I mean, people are also like, oh,
You bought a what? You bought a car?
Yeah.
You bought a car?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. What?
Yeah. Before the tariffs hit.
Yeah.
You know what? Lots of other people, they're also just buying up computer hardware before the tariffs hit because they're like,
Guess who's doing that? This guy.
God.
I've been debating doing that myself, honestly.
I mean, if you guys are into tech and computer, it might not be a bad idea to, make sure all your stuff's up to date and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the proposed tariffs are on Canada, Mexico, and China. So it likely will not hit
Canada,
like the tech industry, but anything that's like normal things like food is going to be hit hard. So
I mean, I feel like those are pretty major spots.
Isn't a lot of tech from China though?
Yeah.
Well,
if
we're talking about like
would be
if we're talking about
affected
like
by that.
PC hardware, a lot of it's Taiwanese, so that isn't necessarily in the mix. But yeah, I mean, if you're talking about like
I'm
cheap,
sure he'll throw that in there eventually. It's just an oversight.
he doesn't know the difference between China and
He
Taiwan.
meant China. When he says China, he means all Asian countries. Okay,
just Asia.
Just
I'm going to
Asia.
tariff Asia.
All right. No, I'm like literally
Yeah.
not kidding.
When he says Mexico, he means like all of Spanish-speaking America.
Yeah, all Spanish-speaking
You know
countries.
what's funny? Have you guys ever heard of the Austrian wine scandal? Which was
No.
like, so that was, the Simpsons episode where they put antifreeze in wine. That is actually came out of the Austrian wine scandal, because basically they were like hundreds of Austrian wineries were accused of using antifreeze to lengthen their wine because antifreeze tastes sweet. So, and that caused poisonings, obviously. But then what happened is all these different nations banned Austrian wine. But I believe it was Japan. It was either Japan or China, and they banned all Australian wine because they made a clerical error.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I've heard about that. I feel like that's not even the first time, or that's not even the last time that such an error occurred where Austria or Australia got the short end of something because of such an error.
Yeah, but anyway, Extra, they're having a Black Friday sale. It might still be happening by the time you're out, but it doesn't matter because you can always use our link shop.extra.com/newbie, or just when you go to extra.com and use our offer code newbie in all caps, you're going to get a discount on top of anything going on anyway. So it's always a good time to check it out. Check out their new Premium Pro
We
card
gotta get
holder.
fucking discount codes for fucking avocados next year, dude.
Oh yeah, that's
Because they're gonna be through the roof, dude.
oh yeah, we're fucked.
No more guacamole.
No, dude.
I think
No,
avocados are expensive now.
Yeah,
Jesus
you
Christ.
It's
think
extra
you think-
Chipotle now.
You think it's a little extra at Chipotle for your guacamole?
Yeah.
Wait
It'll
till
be the
next year
cost
where
of a
it's-
burrito to get.
It's double. It's like $12 for a
Oh my
burrito,
God.
24 if you want guac.
I'm not ready for this.
Anyway, check out their wide selection of card holders, including the Card Holder Pro, their new one. They have, also everyday carry stuff. They have their key holders, key cases. They got their, cool backpacks, the Grid backpack, the Grid duffel bag, the Weekender, all sorts of cool stuff you can check out. Just head on over to extra.com and use our offer code newbie for an additional discount on any order site-wide. That offer stacks with ongoing sales. So no matter what time of year you're ordering, it has an additional discount anyway. And you still get free shipping, free returns within 100 days of receiving your order, and a 24-month warranty on all products. So again, head on over to shop.extra.com/newbie, or just use our offer code newbie when you're at extra.com, and you can get an additional discount off of anything site-wide. Now, ExpressVPN. I'm sorry to say, if you're listening to this now, you did miss their Black Friday sale, but that's okay because the offer is still quite good. So I mentioned last time, if you do our usual offer and you go to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek, if you sign up for 2 years, they'll give you 4 months for free plus their Identity Defender suite, right? But they added one more little extra thing to their Identity Defender suite. It's not that big a deal in my opinion, but it's nice to have anyway. Basically, they put a credit scanner in it too. Basically, it's like Credit Karma if anybody uses that. So it's basically like you can check your credit score, see if there's any alerts going on, blah, blah, blah. I don't think it's that big a value add personally, but hey, it's there if you want it. But everything else that's included with the Identity Defender suite is pretty sweet in my opinion. Like free ID alerts in case your information gets leaked on the internet. ID theft insurance, that's really good. Data removal, like they do with Optory or Delete Me, like that's really good stuff to get for free. So again, if you head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek, and if you sign up for 2 years, you're going to get 4 months free. That is an 81% savings, especially when you count in the fact that includes that Identity Defender suite for free. And if you're not sure, you can always just send it back because it's a 30-day money-back guarantee. Try it out for 30 days, and if you don't like it, just cancel it. So again, head on over to expressvpn.com/newbie Star Trek. If you sign up for 2 years, you get 4 months plus the Identity Defender suite for free. All right, let's get into the Nagus, shall we? Let's do
Ricardo, could you please tell us what happened in this episode?
Ooh.
What? You say that like you've never heard her before.
What was that about?
A lot of enunciating. Okay. I'm ready, guys. This episode is great, first of all.
I'm so ready to hear your point of view on this.
I mean, that's it. I'm done. So let me get some people's names right. So Rom.
Oh, okay. You want to get them right? You want to get them
CD-ROM?
right?
No, not. Well, the characters. Who's CD-ROM? He's the brother?
Rom is Quark's brother. Yeah.
Quark's brother. Okay.
He's the brother, and he's also the father of Nog.
Yes.
Yeah. Eggnog. Yeah. And then who's the son of Inconceivable?
What?
Cracks.
Cracks.
Zek
okay.
is the name of the Nagus, and Cracks is his son.
Oh, I see. Yes, that's
Lou Wagner plays Cracks, and I could recognize his voice anywhere because you think Wallace Shaw's voice is very particular,
Wait. That's not his actual voice, is it?
I mean, it's an acting voice.
Like he's putting on a character.
Who? Lou Wagner?
Yeah.
Or
I mean,
Wallace Shaw?
The grand guy.
Wallace Shawn is putting on a little bit of an affect, but it's actually not that far off from what he does.
It's pretty close to how he sounds.
You could literally tell it was him. Yeah. As soon as it's funny because I don't usually. I like to be like, I wonder if I can recognize him because like I do know a lot of character actors. I don't know why.
You do
because of the '80s fucking movies.
But you remember them perfectly.
Yeah, I can tell you who like shot a movie. I can tell you everything. I just can't tell you
the best boy,
anything new,
etc.
Yeah. Also, here's
your brain has like a limit of the.
Well, no. Here's also the thing is that maybe he does have a limit, but like basically like it's not that I don't like the show, but it's new to me. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where like where like an '80s and '90s movie I've watched Bloodsport 80 times. You know,
you watched Heat like 1,000 times.
Yeah. So I'll name you like an extra that was in the goddamn movie. You know?
Yeah.
It's like time while I watch Heat, I'm just gonna look at this one background actor and see where he walks to, and I'm gonna measure the length he walks, how many steps he takes.
Right. It's also worth remembering that what we're watching right now, like these shows are mid '90s fare that would have been using all of these same actors that Ricardo was familiar with.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not familiar with any characters, but I'm familiar with actors. So the guy who plays Cracks, I recognize his voice because he's a very funny character actor, and I remember him. He's in a bunch of the Apes movies. He does a lot of like
Apes movies.
Puppet
what does that
work,
mean?
Like Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes, Conquest of the Apes.
Okay.
And he was also in a really funny ass role. He played the lawyer in the show called Raising Hope on Fox that aired.
Raising Hope! Wow, that is a name I've not heard in a while. Okay,
that was a great show, by the way.
Okay,
and I think he played a lawyer in that one, and he was really funny in that.
All right.
And anyway, I recognize his voice right away. There's a lot of dudes in this that like I'm like, oh, that sounds familiar. That voice sounds familiar. But there's a couple things about this episode that like made me like laugh out loud. One was someone, instead of saying like let him show his face here, they said let him show his ears, you know?
Yeah.
And that killed me. That joke fucking killed me. It was so stupid.
Were you high?
Yeah.
You were high? Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's funny because it's instead of big dick energy, it's big ear energy.
Yeah,
that's what Ferengi are saying. That's why they say when you have big ears, it's like you have big chutzpah. It's like similar.
Let him show his dick here.
Yeah,
let him show his dick here.
He's got big balls. Instead of saying big balls,
big lobe energy.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, yeah. Like whenever they refer to like lobes as like a substitute for balls, that makes sense to me. But to say that wouldn't show his ears here, like usually that's a stand-in for wouldn't show his face here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick, face, same thing.
Well, maybe because they're always out anyway.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. That's true.
Dick is out.
The dicks
but so's
are
your
always
face.
out. Yeah.
Well, let's talk about. Let's get one storyline out of the way, and then we'll concentrate on one and not have to jump.
The heartfelt, sentimental storyline. So.
Yeah. Well, actually, like that was the kind of cool storyline. Like it was not. Look, if I really
it was
think
a good
about
place for them to take it because it was getting kind of tired.
Yeah,
it was getting really tired. We had like gone into this a couple of times where like Cisco doesn't like little Cisco's hanging out with
little Cisco's.
Yeah, with eggnog. And then he, you know, like it's an old trope. Like you tell a kid not to do something and he's one to want to do it. So he's been hanging out with
he's hanging out with the bad boy, you know,
with eggnog, just eating too much dairy and shit. And he doesn't want to.
He's a bad influence.
Yeah, he's like lying. He's saying like people stole their fucking tablets and stuff, and
yeah,
causing havoc, dude.
Also, Miles O'Brien is the substitute teacher for Keiko, and he seems like a really, really bad choice for substitute teacher.
How does he do that full time? He's got a full time job as an engineer.
Well, school's not full time. It's just a little bit. It's like an hour, right?
Yeah. I mean, look at how disorganized and unprepared he was.
Yeah.
It just seems like he's got every job.
He also showed up late.
Look at how he can't even notice that one of his students can't read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, well, to be fair, Keiko hasn't noticed by this point either.
Yeah, either of the O'Briens, they suck.
Yeah. They're horrible teachers and parents.
That's a pretty
big
big thing.
To write an essay on ethics. What the fuck?
Yeah, that's a gigantic thing to have realized your student can't do for, at this point, months.
But this is another one of those like weird Ferengi writing things where it's like, are you serious? You don't think it's a good idea to teach your kid to read?
Like
that doesn't help you negotiate or gain profit somewhere?
No, I guess not.
I guess it's just pick it up along the way as fast as you can.
So I
nitpicks.
I hated to do reports on anything or like essays. Fucking hated them.
Oh, I loved it.
And
Miss Goody Two Shoes.
But that's where I excelled. I was really good at like the writing and the reading and the history and the reports and the projects and stuff.
Not the cool stuff.
No, the math, science.
Yeah. What's the cool stuff?
Math.
I don't know,
probably.
like like doing cocaine in class.
No, the cool stuff was that big cardboard Foss box that was like black and white and had like the electromagnetic demo in it, where you wrap a wire around a battery.
Oh, dude, that's the best.
What are you talking
or like
about?
the sedimentary rock,
I love that.
Like layering riverbed experiment.
What the hell are you talking
cool
about?
Stuff.
I've never. What are you? Is that what you saw in school?
Well, there used to be like a very specific like elementary school like science project classroom kit that would be sold and distributed, or you know, like the elementary schools would buy a bunch.
Really?
And do it with classes in elementary.
The rock stuff, you know, I use that information every day. So, and what kind of clouds are in the sky.
That's when I learned what silt was.
There's absolutely nothing. Okay, apart from a few things in history class. Actually, a lot of things in history class.
I love history class.
Besides history class, you love everything. You just said you love writing.
I don't like math. I don't like math, and I mean that's hard for me. But I did like AP history. I did like all of the
So for like, there's nothing that I learned in school that is applicable to real life. Like they never taught me how to like balance a checkbook or like cook a meal or like.
You didn't take home ec?
Things
that did that in home ec actually.
Things that actually like would show you a skill in life. Okay, I took auto. I took like auto. And
that's cool. I didn't take auto. I would have liked that.
I changed my oil on my car.
That's great. Actually,
Okay.
that's actually
an awesome
useful
skill to learn in school.
One thing.
Honestly.
So one teacher, my favorite teacher, English teacher. Well, it's my second favorite. He would like you'd have an essay due or like a report on something, and I would notoriously not do it or do it while people were doing the reports, you know, or like saying what the reports were.
Yeah.
And then at some point I didn't do it. Like it caught up to me. And I was like, can I just go up there and do my report? You know? Because basically you would turn it in and he would grade it, or like they would pick one person would volunteer to do the report and then like everyone else would listen. But sometimes I would jump on the sword and volunteer, but I wouldn't take my paper up. I would just be winging it.
And that's how you would get graded?
Yeah, and that's how I realized like I could just wing it. That's where it started.
That's like, fucking crazy.
I'm never gonna do fucking reports ever again.
I did that for when I was in AP English Lit. I did that for a presentation I was supposed to do about philosophy, and the assignment. The assignment was come up with your own personal like philosophy. Like, do you believe in like dualism? Do you believe in etc.? And I was like, shit, I was supposed to do that today. Forgot. And like in the 5 minutes before I was supposed to go up, I just made some shit up because it's philosophy. You can just make whatever you want. And
yeah. Well, basically, like if you know the gist of it, you could really make up a story around anything.
Yeah. I was like,
I could not do that.
You could do like a good 10 minutes
Yeah.
on any topic, as long as you know, like, this is the gist of it.
I made a 30-minute presentation on it by just like.
Did you have any like supplemental material?
I just started drawing on the whiteboard.
Are you serious?
No, my version of this story ended in failure. My version of this story ended in utter failure.
You're like, that's how I lost my eye.
Well, okay, I was part of like, you know, a mock, like, I think a debate team or like just like a presentation team. A group is supposed to, like, you know, learn about a book and present on it. I just didn't do the work. And when I, you know, spoke, I tried to bullshit my way through it, but I just didn't know my shit. I didn't know it. And it was very clear. And so I got dressed down in front of the class by everybody, or by the teacher. She said that, you know, this was so unlike me, and it was so much worse than what she expected of me, and she was so disappointed.
That's really mean.
And it became a traumatic point in my life.
Oh, that's really mean.
Did you cry? I would have cried after that.
Probably. I don't remember if I did in the moment. Must have later. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a story like this because I would never do anything. I would just say, like, I just didn't do it.
Well, when I gave that fake philosophy thing, I had just heard the term mathematicism before. So I was just like, oh, I just called it Marvin's mathematicism. And I just came, that was during those times where I was so tired. I literally
did. You base it on numerology or something?
Yeah, I based it on numerology and like.
Did you look like Jim Carrey from the number 23?
And like determinism and all this stuff.
Were you dressed like Big Bird? Wait, how did we get here, guys? How did we get here?
You did it.
Yeah,
you talked about school.
Yeah, okay.
That's how we got here.
How the fuck, dude?
It's funny.
I lost my train of thought.
Then my teacher was like, "Oh, have you ever seen the movie Pi? You should watch Pi." And I was like, "Okay, sure." And that's how I realized. That's how it ended. Yeah,
it was Darren Aronofsky. So these kids are in school, and Eggnog is fucking illiterate, dude. He doesn't know how to read, dude.
Keiko has failed him horribly.
Yeah. He failed this whole station, dude. She failed. They failed. Both of them. Both the Keikos.
Yeah.
The husband and the wife. And so
Miles O'Keikos, yeah.
And so they kind of have like they kind of their friendships is on the rocks, little Cisco and Eggnog. And then eventually, like, he starts hanging out with him again. Like, Cisco's like, oh, well, you know, just because
it's on the rocks because
his dad takes him out of school, right?
Yeah, that's why it's on the rocks. Like, there's like it shows like family generational trauma actually pretty well.
Yeah.
Like Quark has issues.
They're all illiterate, apparently.
Well, like Quark has issues, so he takes it out on Rom, and then Rom feels bad, so he takes it out on his son, and his son feels bad, so he takes it out on his friend. And that's
what a healthy family structure.
But then,
they don't really depict Quark's mistreatment of Rom as an ultimate like bad thing.
No, they don't.
It's just Ferengi things, and in the end,
it's just
it's Ferengi business.
Yeah,
and so
it's like you should have done that.
Eventually, Cisco's like, well, he knows like if he pushes him, he's gonna go even further, deeper into this obsession with Eggnog.
Right.
So he's like, hey, well, you can hang out with him after class, you know, because little Cisco seems down, you know.
Yeah.
So he starts coming home late, and Cisco like thinks like this guy's fucking snorting cocaine, or they're like selling like something's
hanging out with hookers or something.
Yeah, hanging out with hookers on Figueroa. Something sketchy's happening, you know?
Yeah.
So
on Figueroa.
He fucking chases him down.
Well, he chases him down because Dax tells him to.
Yeah, Dax. Dax is a piece of shit, dude. Dax should mind her own business, dude.
Yeah, what kind of advice was that?
Well, it's funny that she admitted.
That's old man advice.
She was like, you should go fucking find him and bring his ass here.
That's just old man advice.
Yeah,
I do like how she just dug into the food right after he left. It's like, I'm just going to enjoy this now.
She just wanted him to leave so she could eat. To be honest.
That's the best way to look at that scene.
And she said, I've been a mother 3 times and a father twice, and admits that every time she was a bad parent.
Yeah. So
at least she's self-aware.
For me, I would just not follow that advice if someone tells me that, you know. But anyway, he goes and tracks him down, and it turns out little Cisco's been helping Eggnog fucking read, dude.
Yeah,
he's a better teacher.
It's so wholesome
than fucking Keiko.
Yes, actually, literally, actually, like Because it's just absurd that no one noticed. Yeah.
It's also odd to me that if Jake was willing to tell Ben Sisko up
Who's
front,
Jake?
hey, Sisko's kid.
Oh,
the son.
Okay.
Little
Jake
Cisco.
is the name of his son.
Jake Sully?
Jake Sisko.
Okay.
So he was willing to tell his dad up front, hey, Nog can't read. He can't even read. And why wouldn't he then just say, like, I want to teach him to read, Dad?
That's true. If he didn't say that line, then it would be more of like I don't want to embarrass him.
Maybe he's embarrassed. You know,
maybe Eggnog told him don't tell him.
But he already told his dad that he can't read.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like if he hadn't told him that line, it would then make sense that he's like,
I know. It makes sense. It makes sense, dude, because I think Eggnog told him, don't tell your dad you're teaching me, because then it might slip and he might tell my dad, and my dad will get pissed because his dad said no more human school. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's possible.
I'm willing to take that as a piece of headcanon for the purposes of this.
They want to keep their little lessons private and secret, dude, so that their parents don't.
Their corporate lessons private. They're all this is called what is
this
it
is
called?
how you stock an Amazon warehouse shelf.
It's like this is how you cook the books when you're making a movie. Like, studio fucking
everything is a loss. No matter what you've done, it's a loss.
You took out a loan from yourself at 31%.
And you couldn't pay it back. You couldn't pay yourself back.
Pay it back.
Yeah.
So you never have to pay actors residuals. God damn.
If you return the actor within 5 days, you don't have to pay for it.
Yeah. They're like, look, Brandon Lee, that's a loss, dude. Quite literally, dude. So this whole movie never made money, dude. God damn it, dude. You know that's what. Oh God! How did Lionsgate survive that, dude?
There's absolutely a lawyer who was automatically like just blazing through all of the policies they had. It was like, how can we make sure we don't have to pay for all of this?
They're like, let's sue fucking Linda Lee, dude. Fuck her, dude, for having this kid, dude.
It's her son.
Yeah, it's her son. God damn it, dude.
Oh my God.
It's like fucking Disney, dude. Disney's like that old guy was like, well, my wife like died, you know, because she ate something from there. He's like, well, fuck you, dude. You signed up for Disney Plus? Fuck you.
The fact that is actually how you can summarize it and still be correct is insane.
Yeah, because it seems like it's a flippant summary, but it's actually the true gist of what happened. Like it's not a flippant summary.
You do
at all.
not have to stretch that much.
Yeah.
No, that literally.
Jesus.
I mean, the lawyer didn't say fuck him.
Probably behind his back.
Yeah, probably
in their offices.
He told the paralegal, "Fuck that C word. Let's sue him."
We're going to countersue you for not paying for your meal after she died.
God damn it, dude. Basically, the Ferengi are just Disney Corporation.
They have big ears like Mickey Mouse, so you know.
Hey, you know what? That's worth like just checking in on every so often to track. How Disney are the Ferengi's actions right now?
Yeah.
And so it's basically they're like, anyway, let's finish up this storyline because literally it's like I'm finding a lot of parallels now. Like literally, like they're trying to set up Disney Plus with this new section of the universe. They're like, streaming's a new way, guys. We got to get into this fucking.
We need to expand.
Yeah.
No, the Gamma Quadrant is AI.
That's true.
Yeah.
So anyway, basically, like Cisco's kids teaching the Eggnog how to read, and it's really wholesome. And like at the end, even like he sees him out like in at the mall or whatever the public square is, and he calls him over, he gives him a hug, he gives him a kiss, and then he says, "Go play with your friend." Basically, like knowing that like he basically is knowing like, hey, I raised him right, and like even though I doubted him. It was
in that moment, Jake should really be suspicious.
Yeah.
He doesn't know why he's being all affectionate out of nowhere. Yeah. He should be like, what's this for, Dad? Why?
Yeah. What's the catch here? But anyway, that's one storyline, and it's very wholesome. It's very like, you know, it just shows us that Cisco the Dragon's a great dad and stuff, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's because he loves thongs doesn't mean you're a bad dad, dude. You know?
Nope.
You just like to party sometimes, you know?
Right.
And so back to now the Nagus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And man, so Wallace Shaw shows up.
Yeah.
And he shows up with basically Andrew the Giant, you know, his bodyguard.
Yeah, he's familiar. I think he's a character actor I recognize as well, but I don't.
Lou Ferrigno?
No,
It should have been Lou Ferrigno, dude.
I forget where he shows up.
What was the name of the bodyguard?
Mayhardu.
Mayhardu.
But the name of the actor is actually Tiny Ron.
Yeah, I feel like I've seen him in other things, like another movie or something, but I don't quite remember. That face just looks so familiar to me, even with the makeup.
Oh, dude, I know this guy. He was in Ace Ventura. He played one of the detectives.
Oh, is that him?
Yeah, and he was in Rocketeer.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
He's in Roadhouse. That's right.
Okay, yeah, he's the guy with the huge chin. I
think he was in a movie called. Let me see if I'm right. No, this is I'm confusing with another guy, but he looks a lot like this guy that was in a movie called Dolls from the 80s. It was a horror movie. Let's see if this is him too. What were we talking about? Oh yeah, so this guy shows up and basically like he's like the Palpatine, right? Of the Ferengi, right?
Yeah, he's like the president, or in this case, like
Let's
the
just call him
CEO.
Bob Iger. Dude.
He can't be considered the president, right? Because
he's a CEO.
How can the president be given?
He's a CEO.
Over,
he's a CEO. He's Bob Iger. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He's
yeah,
Bob
exactly.
Iger.
I am liking all of the Disney like parallels here. Let's keep going.
Yeah. He's Bob Iger. So Bob Iger shows up.
Yeah,
and he's like,
I find it so strange that no one else, like, it takes so long for Cisco and everyone else to realize that someone of such high status is there, I guess. And
well, no, it doesn't, because
anything?
they're very secretive of that shit. So like they don't
Really?
even
was
discuss
hiding,
like
yeah.
like
Why was he?
It makes sense.
Why was it secretive? I don't know.
I think
the
because
whole society's secretive. Like they even say
Really?
like yes, they even say like, oh, who would have done this to you? And they say, I don't know, we don't know, we don't suspect anybody, we can't tell you.
Yeah, they
Like,
really
it.
don't like outside influence, and also in the first episode where they're met in TNG, they say that like, oh, they've notoriously have had very poor relations with the Federation and barely talk to us. So like,
okay, I didn't realize. I guess I didn't realize it was that private.
Well, and also, if you think about what they would talk about in their meeting secretly, about how everyone distrusts them and they need to go find a new place where people can trust them because they don't know who they are yet. Probably is a good idea to keep all that a secret.
Just like Bob Iger. Anyway,
exactly.
He's gonna find us and kill us, dude.
That's not even that far of a possibility.
No, yeah. Seriously. We're like 3 degrees away, dude. So Bob Iger shows up and he's like, hey, I'm gonna have a meeting here. Oh no, he shows up and he's like, I'm here because I hear the holodecks are fucking
money,
like balls out to the wall, dude.
Oh
and
yeah,
there's hot ladies here and stuff. And basically he's like, all right. And then the son's like, yeah, you know, like, so my dad wants some of the holodeck like ladies and stuff. And he's like, oh, we have this and that. And, you know, he starts naming like different like types of ladies. And he's like, all 5 of them. He's going to have a reverse gangbang.
Yeah.
And he does it, dude.
Oh yeah.
This guy's got a big dick energy, dude. Big ears.
Yeah. Even though he's an older fella. He's
Viagra, dude.
Yeah.
You know,
well, just paying respect to Gene Roddenberry.
Yeah.
And remember, canonically, Ferengi do have gigantic penises. So
exactly.
Really?
So
they have
paying
3?
respect to Gene, they are apparently very good at holosuite stuff.
Yeah. There's even one episode where in the background you see a Ferengi kind of surreptitiously like showing off
his dick.
Well, he does this. He goes with his hands out and kind of like puts his hand side to side.
Whoa.
And he's kind of implying this is my dick.
He's like, that's just a girth.
That was a liberal interpretation, but so far we have said this before.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's canon.
My interest has been piqued.
Yeah. You say peeped?
Peaked.
Oh, Pete, like Pete Davidson's.
Pete.
Yes. So anyway,
wasn't
Bob
there
Iger
a point
shows
where
up.
he comes out of the holodeck and the older man is like, he's like licking his lips, kind of? And
Yeah.
That was so
Well, and then he needs
disgusting.
hydration immediately, and then he downs some yellow liquid.
I was like, what were you doing with your mouth? Where you're like,
he's like, give me some of that. Give me some of that prime.
He's like, give me a napkin
Ferengis would
or
drink
something.
prime. Yeah.
They would, dude. They probably invented it.
aren't the first words out of his mouth "good program"?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Because
so
up till
disgusting.
then, his kid was speaking for him and like the entire time, which made it kind of weird. I was kind of surprised that he began speaking
kink-shaming
so much.
people, Sarah.
Yeah, I know.
always. It's like,
I'm a hypocrite.
You gotta just let people, don't yuck somebody's yum, dude. Let him be a pervert. Plus it's holodeck ladies. It's not even like real, like, I mean,
it's not real. But
it's
but it's just when he like came out of there and he's like, you know, licking his lips and like, you know, I just was like,
it wasn't like he was on, you know, Access Hollywood talking about how he like grabbed somebody by the pussy.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's true.
It's just a holodeck. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, so he comes out and he's like, and then he says like he basically admiring the bar and like saying like, this is like a fucking good move.
This is where you can tell he's starting to have so much fun in the role. Like,
and he's really hamming it up and talking about like how like it was a good positioning to like put yourself here before they did this great discovery, and basically like Quacker.
Yeah, the Quacker.
Yeah. He was like, he's like, hey, he told his brother like, dude, I think like my biggest fear is that this guy's gonna try to like basically overtake my bar, like lowball me and try to buy the bar, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So he's scared, and he's like, hey, I have a proposition for you. And then the Quacker's like, oh fuck, dude, he's gonna try to take my bar. And he's like, I'm gonna have a meeting here, big dough, big people, big. We're gonna have
big meeting.
The Rock show up, and it's a big Disney thing. We're gonna announce a lot of properties.
We're gonna have The Rock, Kevin Hart.
IP. Yeah,
we're gonna have D23 in your bar.
Yeah, basically. And he's like, oh, it's a shareholders meeting. Yeah, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah, it's more shareholders meeting.
Yeah.
This is all adding up.
They literally have a shareholders meeting, and everyone shows up, and all the big, you know, Bob Chapek, Kathleen Kennedy rolls up, all the big wigs, dude.
Feige, they're all there.
Kevin Feige,
Amy Pascal.
Well, she's from Sony.
She's invited somehow.
She's there.
Maybe she's there.
Her evil knows no bounds, so she can show up at any stock.
Yeah.
Shareholder meeting.
We're gonna get fucking arrested for this, dude. So anyway, they have a board meeting, and so Quacker.
Yeah.
I gotta remember his name.
Wait, okay. Just to be fair, do you really want the actual real name?
Yeah, what's his real name?
Quark. Just Quark.
Quark. Okay.
Yeah, like the particle, a quark. Yeah.
Quartz?
No, quark. Like the particle.
A quark.
Yeah.
I do like to provide facts when desired.
So this Quaker guy is about to leave. Like he set up he basically set up the AV room. You know what I mean? He's like, okay.
Yeah.
He's
he set up he's the guy who set up the conference and put the projector up.
And he's like, it's building, you know, and he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna leave. And they're like, no, you stay. He tells him to stay. Oh shit. He's like, all right.
And he probably thinks he wants him to stay in case something goes wrong. And he's like,
just work the lights and the sound.
I need you to show me how to pull up my emails.
If there's any tech issues, you need to come up here and help us out.
My thing is, here's the thing, dude.
Yeah.
If your boss emails you, calls you, or asks you to show them something that they don't know, they should immediately lose $5, and it goes to you. Or let's go. It's too much. $3.
Okay.
Immediately.
$3. Okay.
Okay. $2.75. That sounds like a good number. $2.75. Immediately they lose $2.75 an hour from their fucking paycheck, dude.
From their paycheck. Oh, yeah. Overall hourly paycheck. Okay. Yeah. Wow.
So for
a permanent docking of the pay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Until they never ask for that fucking help ever again. So like if they're like, how do I attach a PDF to this fucking email? And they don't know how to do that.
Yeah.
Immediately $2.75, it goes to your fucking bank account, dude. And then when they stop asking for that fucking help, it goes back. But they only get back 50% of that back as an incentive to not ask stupid fucking questions, dude.
All right.
Anyway,
we need you to write the policy for.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude. If you vote me in for president, dude, as a write-in, dude, it's giving me a lot of things that are going to change, dude. Let me tell you what.
Yeah, make your own rules of acquisition,
dude.
Go for it.
Here we go. Just off the top of my head, things I fucking hate. No more emotional support animals. The only people that could have emotional support animals are if you served in the fucking armed forces or the military, anything like that. You served your country, you could take a goose on a fucking plane, dude. I don't give a shit, dude. Bring a fucking horse, dude. But if you're just a fucking lady from fucking Beverly Hills with Chihuahua, you bring them on my fucking planes, dude, we're going to fucking punt kick them out of the fucking plane, dude.
What if she happened to serve in the military, but she's still a Beverly Hills lady who wants a Chihuahua?
Oof. Thank you for your service. Bring it on in, dude. She served in the military. You got to just...
Man of principles. I respect it.
Yeah. You can't be a hypocrite.
2, if you are abusing the 10 items or less line, dude, that's 1 day in jail, dude. Straight up. Straight
Wait,
up,
what's a
dude.
day in jail? I'm sorry. Wait,
If you have 11 items in the 10 item or less line, jail
sure.
time, dude.
Yeah.
Immediately, dude. Take it
Yeah.
to the fucking gulag, dude. But yeah, because it's made for people that are fucking in a rush, dude, and they want to get out. I've seen people have fucking more than the items that they need. I've seen somebody just leave an item. They're like, you know what? I follow the rules like that, dude. And I'm like, that person is a hero, dude.
They're
That's just off the top of my head, dude.
I mean, that's like people who go out of their way to return the cart. You know, like just do it.
Oh yeah.
Just do
Here's
it.
the thing.
Everybody should just do that.
This chest my
It's
ass.
dicey to even say it's going out of your way.
Yeah.
Here's another.
Well, they did a study. I think like 60% of people who go to a grocery store do not return the cart correctly. Like it's an absurd amount. Like
yeah.
Well, that about tracks for my opinion of humanity.
Yeah. Here's another jailable offense. I've seen these bastards, dude.
These just general bastards.
Yeah. There's 2 lanes on each way, right? 2 going, 2 coming, right? And then there's a turn lane, right?
Yeah.
Well, somebody on the lane that's supposed to go forward decides, oh my God, I got on the wrong lane. I'm going to put my flinker on to cut in, but there's no arrow for you to turn. So they're just stuck there.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, dude. You're inconveniencing 10 people behind you instead of one person, which is you, to go around. Go around, sir. Or ma'am. Or they, them.
That actually reminds me of
Go around.
one of the old Louis C.K. jokes that I used to like, where he would talk about, like, it's similar to your situation where there's just one guy who didn't know, and now wants to make an illegal move. Yeah. And now he just does it. And he did, I have to do it.
Yeah.
I have to do it while slowly blocking everyone's way.
I have to shove my entire life into your life.
Yes. And I hate that, dude. Here's the thing. You do that, that's a day in jail, dude. If you do that 10 times, we're going to put you in jail for 6 months, dude.
I feel like you'd like Singapore. This is a lot like how Singapore runs.
You know what? I may want to move out there, dude. I think they're doing it the right way, dude. If these are the rules out there, fucking great, dude. I'm in.
Like Singapore, if you're caught littering, I think you go to jail for like 3 days.
Good. It should be 5, but okay. They're a little lax.
I forget the amount of days. I think it's 3, but they have rules like that where they're like, oh, you were littering, huh, bitch?
Yeah.
And then like,
these are going to be common sense rules, guys. I'm going to be a fair president, but tough. You know what I mean? Yeah, dude. A taco stand in every corner. Just,
Right.
I'm just, boom. I'm going to say it. Boom. Taco stand in every corner, dude.
Everything we ever feared.
Yeah.
oh my God, I'm surrounded by tacos.
Yeah. But
that was once issued as a threat. That was
you're right. You're right. Yeah. People said that like that's a bad thing. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
You're like, that's going to drive the price of tacos down. That's just how it, like, how do you not?
Also the variety. Oh man.
Yeah. Like, think about like, one of the biggest complaints I have from people is like, oh, there's not enough vegetarian, like Mexican food. Because like even the beans are made with lard, which is, you know.
Well, that's why they're delicious. I mean.
Yeah. And it's like.
They do taste great.
And what I say is maybe what you can't see, it doesn't hurt you. You know what I mean? Maybe just
to be fair, like
don't ask if it's for religious reasons. I get it, dude.
No. But so, for example, our friend of the show, Nate, the guy who wrote the songs that we play at the beginning of the episodes, he's been vegan for quite a while. He loves Mexican food, but if he does eat bean, like he never questions them. Like he'll be like, does it have lard? If it does, if they say no, he'll just be okay, cool. He doesn't like send anything back or anything like that, right? He's not that type of guy. Yeah. But he does get sick. Like he is to the point where meat has not been in his system for so long that if he does eat something with lard or like something that wasn't like that, he'll go, oh, that hurts. And you'll like detect it. And like, but he won't be like, oh, I'm going to send it back, blah, blah, blah. He'll just eat it and then just deal with the consequences later.
Marvin, I've had diarrhea at least 3 times a month, dude. For my entire adult life, dude. That's the price you pay for delicious food. And I'm willing to pay it, dude. As a president, I'm gonna bolster Pepto-Bismol's business, give him a little stimulus, come up with better solutions to the stomach issues, dude. Yeah. Back to the episode. Back to the episode next episode. I'm gonna have more policies. Okay. Right. I think I'm gonna turn people. I'm gonna run for something, dude.
I mean, at this point, anyone could start a presidential campaign from anywhere. So
yeah, that's true, dude.
It could start.
And one thing, debt by combat is gonna be a thing. If you have a lot of debt and you're like, I want to like be done, you could challenge the bank and be like, I'm gonna challenge like debt by combat.
The head banker.
Yeah. Whoever's managing my account, I challenged you to a fight. And if it's a 10 round fight. And if you win a few rounds, it's not all going to go away, but you're going to knock a couple $1,000s off that debt, dude. You know?
Yeah, it's a point system. So depending on how well you do, some of your debt can go away. It's not all or nothing. Yeah,
debt by combat is a thing that's going to happen under my
How
regime.
you can make that actually work? Televise it. Turn it into a business.
Oh, fuck,
dude.
Watch these poor people, try to
fight their
rich
debt
away.
Banker.
It'll be like Deal or No Deal, only that it's never deal.
Yeah, it's always fight.
You know what? These are good policies. It just seems like they're logical policies.
And did you hear about that Romanian presidential candidate who is he's like a shitty right winger, but he did well because of TikTok. He came out of nowhere. He was not on any ballot. He just put out all his policies on TikTok and he started winning. This could happen.
I might do this.
This could still happen. You know,
not long ago, I saw a video of a lady, very loudly accosting some drag queens in a hotel lobby, and the cynical thought in my mind was, is this an attempt to kickstart a political career?
Could be. Yeah,
it could.
Because that's how it could be now.
Yeah.
These days,
the last policy that I'm gonna just mention, dude, before we move on, is my church policy. Which is, if your church has a scandal, it gets taxed.
So every church.
Yeah. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna start off. Everyone's gonna get taxed, dude. All churches. Yeah. You do good. You don't touch fucking kids, dude. Fucking perverts. I'm gonna lower the taxes, dude, until there's zero. But if there's how there's at the workplace, there's 30 days since the last accident.
Yeah.
Boom.
Yeah.
Someone touches a kid. Boom. Taxes. 5% higher, dude, than they were before.
Can you last 30 days, Catholic Church?
Yeah. I don't know, dude. I don't know if they can. But I'm just saying.
There's a lot of Catholics out there.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, I'm tired of these guys getting a free ride, dude.
Yeah. Well,
yeah. All right. Back to the episode. So Bob Iger is hey, I'm old.
Back to Star Trek. Anyway, Bob Iger.
So Bob Iger, he's like, I'm old. I'm gonna announce Bob Chapek.
Yeah. This all fits too well. This is working exceptionally well. Yeah,
dude. And he says,
apologies to those who don't know anything about Disney or the industry or names in the industry.
Yeah. So
there's enough Disney adults out there that this all makes sense to them. It's fine.
But they don't believe this.
So Bob Iger is the CEO.
Well,
of
Disney adults hate Bob Chapek, so this still true. All works.
Bob Chapek was the guy that took over when Bob Iger retired.
From
being the CEO of Disney.
Yeah,
never mind.
This fits exactly because he retired and then Bob Chapek was a fucking horrible CEO. Then he had to come back.
Yeah, right.
So this is exactly it. so he's like, I'm announcing a new CEO and I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna just retire and go on vacation.
Right.
And the son thinks oh, it's me, dude.
Yeah.
And he's like, oh yeah. And he goes, and the new fucking Bob Iger is the Quacker.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, what? By the way, I need to go back. I need to Tarantino this. When Bob Iger, Wallace Shaw, comes out of the shuttle and you can't see his face and you only see his cane, that cane looks exactly like yogurt from Spaceballs.
Oh,
it does.
You're right.
It's exactly like yogurt. Yeah. I thought, oh my god, are they doing a yogurt fucking crossover here?
It turns out Spaceballs is in the Star Trek universe.
That'd be awesome.
Twist.
Oh shit,
that would be an amazing twist.
It could be. Yeah. Very easily, it could be.
Yeah.
Also, by the way, why do you keep saying Wallace Shaw, not Wallace Shawn?
Whatever, dude. I don't know his name.
No, I was wondering if you had a specific reason. I don't know how to say his name. Sean. Yeah,
Sean.
I thought apparently it's not James Cromwell, it's Jameis Cromwell.
Really?
I did not know that.
That's the thing, dude. It's not Ian Ziering, it's Ian Ziering. I'm tired of these people, dude. Under my regime, you got to say your name right. You know what I mean?
You got to say your name right, Frenchie.
Yeah, say your name right or change it. You figure it out. You know what I mean? You want to spell your kid's name different, like my sister does. She spelled her daughter's name weird instead of Jessica. It's spelled with a different. I was like, that's a fine in my government. That's a fine. Yeah. It's like having like vanity license plate. You want rent? It's fine. You can have them, but it's going to cost you.
It does. It literally does, though. That's true, though.
Yeah. Well, you don't have to call it a fine, like a fee.
They literally do pay a fee to get a vanity license.
That's why I need you in my administration so you can rephrase things.
See, I can be the diplomat. I can spin your crazy policy.
It's not a televised fight.
Yeah.
It's a recorded negotiation.
Yes.
Yeah.
So you're my fucking my Elon Musk dude.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, dude.
Suddenly
Why'd
it's
you
over.
say that? Yeah, I don't even want to participate in this hypothetical anymore.
Now we move on.
Back to the episode.
Well, you could be Elon Musk or you could be fucking the Kennedy guy, dude, who's crazy. But you have a voice, dude. So we can't say that. You sound normal.
Who's better, either them two or the pillow guy?
Oh, you might want to be the pillow guy, dude, because at least he's got the pillow empire.
Yeah, I think I'd rather have a pillow company. Yeah,
to fall back on.
Yeah.
All right, so we're back, and so he names the Quackers as the new CEO, and immediately he's new CEO, and repeatedly throughout the episode, like Sarah said, there's a lot of generational trauma, which is like Quacker yelling at his brother, the brother yelling at the son, and repeatedly he tells his brother, the Quacker. Somebody said that. The Quacker says, "I'm gonna throw you out the fucking the airlock vent." He tells him repeatedly, and so the next thing you see is like he's got the fit dude. He's got the fucking cane, the pimp cane with yogurt from Spaceballs. He's got he's dressed like a pope, dude. He's got the
purple robes over his
dude.
shoulders and shit. Yeah,
no hat though.
And basically, this dude rolls up and he's like, "Hey, I'd love to be your friend, and I love to do business with you. I like to be your bodyguard, dude. There's a lot of people gunning for you." And he's like, "Are they?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Well, how do you know I want to do business with you?" And he's like, "Oh, you better do business with me." Basically, like already threatening him, dude.
Right.
He just comes in and runs a protection racket.
Yeah. And so they're having a party. What are they having a party for? Where the assassination attempt happens?
Oh, it's because remember, there's a scene before that where Zek.
Well, like right after Quark is threatened, he goes back to Zek, their former Nagus, and says "Hey, somebody just threatened me, yo! Like I need advice from you. What do you do?" And then Nagus gives him some very
vague,
interesting advice.
Yeah.
It just sounds like more Disney corporate strategy.
Yeah. And then he dies.
And then he has a Princess Bride death.
Yeah.
That's a straight up Princess Bride style death.
Yeah. So he has like a long sleep death. And basically like they start trying to kill him, dude. Like there's a bomb that goes off.
Yeah, the party is his funeral. The Zek's funeral. So
and
I mean, there are great details about that funeral. How they tried to sell like granulated remains of the famous person as a collector's item immediately.
I know, dude. I wish
that's a great idea to have back then.
Again, very Disney.
That feels modern now.
Yeah. It feels like somebody in the Dodge organization was selling some of the dirt that like Shohei Ohtani
exactly
on.
That sort of shit.
And I was like, wow,
imagine if Ohtani
crazy.
died there on the diamond.
Yeah.
Imagine how much his remains would sell for.
Oh yeah.
They would sell the home plate. They'd be like, this is the last thing he stepped on before he fucking croaked. This is the last Playboy he jacked off to before he died. So they're selling off his ashes, which is what I should have done with my mom's ashes. Made a lot of money. And I don't know why it's so bad. I mean, she would have loved for me to make some money off of it. And he's like, what the constant one? What's his name? Flubber?
The Odo.
Right? Odo. Odo shows up and he's like, "Hey, I'm going to investigate because this is like fishy." And he's like, "Too late. We already cremated him. We're selling him for like 2 gold bars, like a little pound." So he can't investigate. But then when there's an assassination attempt against the Quacker, Odo starts getting like, interested in trying to find out who's killing him and stuff like that. And this is another episode where you see him use his powers, his flubber powers to get to the door.
Right.
It's awesome.
Also,
I love that.
The only reason why Quark survives the assassination attempt is because he sees like a coin roll toward him on the ground, and then he steps on it to try to cover it up to like bend down and take it. And at first I thought that was like, oh, did someone like roll it toward him as like a ploy to make him duck or something? But no, it was just a random coincidental coin.
Just luck, dude.
Yep.
Sometimes you get lucky like that, dude.
Oh, another thing I noticed. One thing I want to confirm: is it true that Ferengi blood is green?
I believe that's why it's
Like Predator?
green. Yeah.
Like Predator? They believe.
Yeah, I think they have green blood like the Predator, which is why the dust is supposed to be green.
Yeah,
or is
I believe
green.
that's why. Yeah.
However, why is their skin so brownish red then?
Well, I mean, it's kind of. I think it's like we have red blood, but our skin is,
Well, technically, our blood is blue, but when it comes out and hits oxygen, it's red.
I don't think that's. I think that's like a myth. I don't think that's actually
look it
true.
up.
I think that's. I
Look it up.
think there's like that's like partially true or like.
Partially true is true, dude. I mean, it's in the word. Partially true.
Anyway.
So
sorry, go on.
Anyway, so yeah, the coin saves him, and so they're trying to figure out who killed him, and they're like, who wasn't at the funeral? And it was like, oh, the bodyguard wasn't at the funeral.
Mhm.
Wait,
So
I just
like,
thought of something. How did Cracks get fooled into thinking this was legitimate, real, like granulated dad he was selling?
I don't know. Good question.
Yeah, like where?
Who convinced him this was
It's probably
legit?
the bodyguard, probably.
I guess it must have been. I guess
Yeah,
the
the
bodyguard
bodyguard-
must have taken care of everything.
And somebody
Yeah.
says like, oh, like it's weird that the bodyguard wasn't there because like they're very loyal to like whoever they're serving. So like that's
that
weird.
felt
that
like
he wasn't
clunky
there.
exposition, man.
Yeah, I know. And
they
so,
just needed some reason to be suspicious further than yeah.
And so, long story short, is they're gonna go do some business in the Phantom Zone, or whatever the fuck it's called, and it's gonna be and you find out that the Cracker's brother's been trying to fucking kill him all along.
Oh yes,
Yeah, so
Rom.
it turns out Rom
is
is
the co-conspirator.
Yeah.
more than willing to just kill
Yeah.
to get the bar.
So they're gonna trick him. They're gonna kill him in the Phantom Zone. They're gonna kill him. There's a ploy.
Well, they want to put him in an airlock.
Yeah.
just
Mhm.
as he has been threatened with.
Yeah, so
before.
they walk over to go to the Phantom Zone, and they're like, "Oh, let's go in here." And then he goes in like an idiot. First, you should always have, if you're a man in power, you should have somebody in front of you and somebody behind you. You know what I mean? That way you're not, somebody's gonna get hit before you do. It's just how I'm gonna roll when I'm in power. Dan's gonna go in front of me, and Marvin, if you're in this regime, you could go behind me. That way, I'm protected.
We'll see. We'll see.
It sounds like there might be a political assassination here, dude. You're not gonna cooperate.
I think we might need to find some pheromone bombs.
Yeah, dude. Some of those pheromone. They look like giant cookies, by the way. The bombs?
What?
They look like
Did they?
rocks.
No, they didn't.
Didn't
I don't think they did.
I gotta look at it again. But anyway, so they're gonna throw them out the airlock, and they close them up, and they're gonna shoot them out the fucking airlock. And Quark uses not Quark. The constable uses his fucking powers,
Yeah.
his flubber powers, and then at the last minute, Wallace Shawn shows up, and he's not dead. He's like, this was all a ruse, you fucking idiot.
Gotcha.
And it turns out he was just sleeping, and it was all set up to see if his son was worthy of taking the throne. And he's like, well, I was going to kill this guy. I was going to be next. And
Mhm.
basically he's like, no, the big thing you should have noticed here is that the bar is the most important part. You should have just been there, let him do all the hard work or the hard lifting, and then you take over then. But you're an idiot, and you're not.
You didn't act like a good Ferengi leader.
You don't have the yogurt in you.
The yogurt.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And then
I believe it's the Riz.
Well, in all honesty, Yogurt would have been respected by the Ferengi for his enterprising attitude.
And then his brother, the Cracker's brother, is like, "Oh, I'm sorry for this," blah blah. And he's so proud of his brother. Like he's like, hey, he has a backbone, and he's like willing to like do all these things for power.
That's part of the madcap wackiness of this episode is that sure, the Ferengi are like, oh, you because you try to kill me, I'm going to promote you to assistant manager of Strickland Propane, right?
Yeah.
But then their other thing is that it's complete. Like Odo just ignores the murder attempt. He doesn't go, "You're under arrest for attempted murder." He just goes, you just go.
Yeah, like Wallace Shawn's presence kind of just, goofs up the entire show.
Yeah, that's true. But
Which is fine,
But worth
'cause
it.
he's-
Yeah. It's just an explicitly comedic episode, so I think that's why they get away with stupid shit like that.
Do you feel like you learned more about the Ferengi watching this episode since it was such a Ferengi focused episode?
This is the
Definitely.
first mention of the rules of acquisition.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's
it's
We
the
don't
first time
learn
you
them
kind
all.
of like we had no idea what their like political
Or
structure
what
they
their,
look.
their power structure. Like there's a
What
guy.
the belief system is.
Yeah.
There's a guy with a, what do you call those things? the cane things. What the fuck?
Yeah, the yogurt cane. Yeah.
yogurt
What is
cane.
it called? What is it called? Though?
The shaft.
Scepter. Shaft.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah,
the
the
shaft.
scepter.
I couldn't
yeah.
remember the word.
It's
There's
a girthy
like
shaft.
Yeah, a girthy
But then
shaft that you have to kiss.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's
there's-
customary to
there's
kiss it. Yeah.
A cloak of some kind that you wear, and then you're called a weird slur, and there's all that, and who would have thought?
I'm sure we will eventually learn how a daemon, say, relates to a Nagus, but
It's so funny. Yeah, now that you pointed out, Ricardo, every time I'm looking straight at the scepter, it looks just like yogurt. Like
it looks like
Oh my God.
May the Schwartz be with you.
This is the best part of the movie by far.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's part of the whole movie. Just the lazy blinking away,
Sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
fizzling out.
My kid loves that movie so much.
Oh, it's good taste. Yeah. This is the episode.
They also starting using Morn more overtly for silent character gags.
Yes.
This episode, where it's like,
Yeah,
hey, I'm telling you a joke, you're not laughing. Also, hey, you want to come to my bar? Hey, shut up, we're closed.
Yep, it's
Don't
happening.
say anything.
Morn's becoming more of a character. So
Yeah, like
there he
adult
is.
Maggie.
Yep.
Won't that girl ever shut up?
Well, then, what would you score?
Oh, my eyes.
What?
Your eyes, my eyes.
You okay? What the
Yeah.
fuck did you do?
He's
to yourself?
crying.
Ricardo,
He
you got
loved
like
this
special
episode.
eyes or something?
Yeah, dude. I got
My
clear
brand.
eyes.
What's your
Got
brand?
allergies.
Clear eyes.
Oh, they say you actually shouldn't use clear eyes. That's
Are
actually
you kidding me, dude?
yeah. In the long term, it's actually bad for your
Yeah,
eyes.
because Ben Stein was canceled.
No.
Oh my gosh.
That's not why. But
Is it because of Friday Night
I was
Lights?
thinking about Ben Stein, but then I kept thinking Head On. Is he also the Head On guy?
no one is the head-on guy. The head-on is
okay,
nothing.
no.
Yeah.
Do you-
That was a voice.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
don't know why I connected it. Was it his voice, maybe?
No. It was just some guy that we don't know.
Why
who it
am I
is.
thinking of like Ben Stein and Head On and Clear Eyes? I don't know why I'm making
Well,
this
head
triangle.
on was applied directly to the forehead. Head on applied directly to the forehead. Like
Clear
repeating
eyes,
that
full
over and
hearts
over.
can't lose.
Clear
What?
Eyes, Full Hearts.
Yeah. Here's the thing.
Head On applied directly to the forehead. That was such a brilliant marketing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
10-10.
Sorry to repeat myself, but it'll help you remember.
10 out
Yeah.
of 10.
Yes, dude.
10 out of 10?
Yeah.
Ricardo.
No notes. No
That's
notes.
crazy.
That's pretty high.
I feel like I don't know you because when I was watching this
I
episode, I,
wanted to
was
give
like,
it a 7.5.
what?
Too low, guys. This is a great episode. It made me laugh.
Wow.
I mean, I mean, I agree with the sentiment. Like, I like I would give it an 8. I like the episode. But I don't know if I
10,
give it a
dude.
10 out of 10.
I'm feeling jovial. I'm feeling happy.
Jovial?
It's
I'm feeling
Thanksgiving
generous.
week. I'm feeling generous. Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe it's because I got all my
Thankful,
policies out and I'm running for president next 4 years.
I mean,
Awesome.
I like that it was a successful execution because their initial version of the story was way more boring. Apparently, it was just that Quark wants to expand his business. And that was the story. And then apparently that was the A story. And the B story remained the Jake teaching Nog how to read thing. And the producers really liked that one for obvious reasons. But they were like, this business expansion story is so boring. What can we do? And then someone
what was he
suggested
doing? Just calling other Ferengi leaders together to be
Yeah,
like,
to, like,
hey,
expand-
Gamma Quadrant, eh?
Yeah, exactly. It was supposed to be kind of like that. So then
okay.
someone suggested, hey, we don't know a lot about Ferengi like political structure. Let's just say we remake the Godfather kind of, but with Ferengi.
Oh.
Yeah, I was gonna say that. It was a little Godfatherish too.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
sure.
and they have an explicit Godfather reference once
That's a
they're
weird animal thing.
yeah, and when they're in the office and he's petting essentially a cat.
When the
and-
guy does a 50-50 thing.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I forgot about that weird,
that,
animatronic puppet thing.
It wasn't a puppet. It wasn't a
yeah,
puppet.
Yeah.
Speaking of Muppetry
It
or
was a
puppetry,
weird tube-looking cloth thing. It was
Yeah,
supposed
so
to be a cat, I would assume.
yeah,
Like, they made
it's
a point to not make it look cute.
well, it's cute to a Ferengi, so that's the
Yeah.
conceit.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's if you're gonna execute like a weird madcap version of Godfather with Ferengi, that worked.
Yeah.
Wait, Ferengi are the one that think nakedness is ugly, or the other way around?
No, Ferengi think women should be nude at all times.
Yes,
If
right.
they wear
Clothes on women
They
clothes,
think
ugly.
clothes are ugly.
Yeah.
yeah, they think clothed women are disgusting. So.
Yeah.
Yes,
They're
are
like-
disgusting.
yeah.
That was the
Yeah.
sentiment. Yes.
Yeah.
I was
But
trying to
then
remember
later
what
on,
it
it
was.
might also be titillating. So, like, kind of that sort of,
It's probably just hypocrisy built into the culture, like always.
Another thing, guys. Another thing.
Yeah.
I just thought of a new policy.
Mhm.
If dudes are working out topless, like they're walking around running topless, ladies can do it too.
can.
They can.
They should be able to,
Yeah.
but society prevents
Sarah, that's my new. You know what? You're out, dude.
that.
That this is what I'm running
I'm
on.
not
These
in
are
the cabinet
policies-
anymore.
No, you're not in the cabinet. Dude.
Oh, okay.
You're
I'm
shitting
not
on
in the
Clear
junk
Eyes,
drawer.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Unless you're gonna be in charge of Free the Nipple, and then take that on. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm with you. I agree, actually, but it's men that ruin everything, honestly. So is that one of your? If you run on that policy, I think you'll win. So
I mean, every
No,
war
because I'll
has
lose like 50% of America. I have to be a little sexist, so I apologize.
in order to win in America, you must be a little sexist, a little racist, a little transphobic, a little
Yeah.
gay panicky.
Here's the thing, dude. I'll make them remake fucking the Lord of the Rings where they actually kiss, dude. None of this bullshit where they
okay.
don't kiss, dude.
Okay.
I'll vote for you then.
Yeah.
So you're a movie revisionist. Okay. All right.
Yes, dude. I'll do that.
All right.
We'll change movies.
All right, bitch.
I'll allow
Do
it.
that.
As long as we do that in Marvin's movie too, we can remake his movie.
Yeah, Sarah insists they were gay.
I think
You know what,
there's an
Sarah,
offshoot.
When you become president, you could change any movie you want, but you
I
can only
will.
change one in your term.
I choose Marvin's movie.
Yeah. Because I could
Knight's Tour.
I could go and change like Jar Jar Binks, but he's won me over. I like him.
He has won you over.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, over time,
Yeah,
doesn't
I
need
think
to go away anymore.
I think he might be. I think he might be America's mascot when I'm president. You know, instead of the eagle.
But he hasn't
Yeah,
done
why not?
like what additional things have happened for him to eventually win you over? That implies more Jar
Dude,
Jar things.
I don't
want
want to get into the history of this, dude. Not on this podcast, dude. We're gonna get angry emails.
Well, to be fair, I do think there have been further developments like regarding Jar Jar since the prequels,
Yeah.
at least.
Turns out he had a big dick.
Like what? What happened?
He did shit. Like I
Yeah.
know I've read into things that he did that, kind of tried to salvage his character. He was a project to salvage. Imagine all the
Yeah.
people who wanted to write better for him.
I guess. I mean, I know the actor got like a comeback because he got to come back as a Jedi, and he was like thankful for the opportunity to not have to-
Originally, Jar Jar was only a Jedi, dude.
At the very least, at the very least, canonically, he's later a senator.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. In the movies, he takes over for a senatorial position, I believe. So yeah, like
Yeah, but then there are other things too.
Yeah.
well, what are your scores, Sarah, Dan? What are you guys doing?
Not a 10.
It's
I'll
at
tell you that right
7.5.
now.
Oh yeah, Dan was a 7.5, right? And
Yeah.
Sarah was
I mean, I'm gonna go with like a 7, maybe, or maybe
Oof.
even like a 6.5.
You guys didn't
that's
even like
fine.
this episode,
That's
I guess.
fine.
It
fine.
was all right. I mean, I'm shocked by Ricardo's 10 out of 10. But,
Always throwing off the averages.
that's really a departure from what I thought it was going to be. But I think it's fair. I think there was a lot to enjoy about it. I think I don't know. It was fine. It was fun. It was, I don't know. I just think I just wasn't like that into it. I don't know. Maybe
You
it
don't
just
like
wasn't
Ferengi.
my.
You don't like
I don't
corporate
think you're
America.
into
I get it.
Ferengi just generally, and
Yeah.
it's okay to not be a Ferengi.
maybe
fan.
it's,
Yeah.
you know
I mean,
what,
that's
Dan,
fine.
I think you're picking up on it a little bit. Yeah, it's a little too
You don't
like.
you don't like good episodes where there's a good father-son relationship. Got it.
No, I mean that was fine, but that was such a minor part of it. I think the episode is just so focused on like profit, power, money,
Oh,
and just
one thing we didn't mention.
getting ahead.
Eggnog and Little Cisco, they discover teenage girls that are.
Oh no, they've been
aliens.
doing that for a while.
Oh
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
they've been checking out girls
amazing.
for a while.
Teenage girls.
Yeah, they've been doing that for a hot minute. Yeah,
Yeah,
They-
yeah.
Yeah,
That's kind of why they started
scene-
hanging out. Actually, they're both
Yeah.
horny at
Yeah.
the same time. So
Well,
Yeah, I don't know. It just is not. it's not appealing to me as much. And then this weird power structure, and I don't know, it just was, there are themes that I'm not like the biggest fan on. And I think the Ferengi, I don't know, every plot around them always involves some kind of scheme, some kind of money, some kind of profit. And I'm just kind of yearning for something else. Really, like.
Well, I think also you as you were watching, I was noticing a lot of times you were like, "Oh, that's gross." Like, "Oh, he has hair in his hairs."
No, that's, I think that's interesting. I don't think the ear hair is weird. I don't think that's weird. I just think, definitely the prosthetics were interesting. But also, I just want to see like, where's Quark's love story? Like, where's his? Or they them? I don't know. Where's his they them love story? I don't know how he identifies exactly.
We're in season 1. We could get that in season 5.
I just want a Ferengi storyline that doesn't involve gaining power, money, fucking over people. I mean, scheming. Like, can we just have one storyline?
So far, that's all their species is.
I know, which is why I'm like,
it's like saying like, I want a Worfian show where there's like no fighting. There's no. It's just like
there's plenty of that. I feel we get nice dynamics to work.
This is the equivalent of you saying, Sarah. This is the equivalent of you saying, I just wish I met a Mexican that didn't like tacos. You know, we love tacos, dude.
It's who we are.
It's who we are, dude.
Also, if you're like, if you're wanting like, oh, I wish Quark had a love story. I mean, a lot of people argue that's Odo. So
dude,
that's already sort of
my breath away.
Well, you even got a little bit of that in this episode because when he told Odo, "Hey, you got to call me Grand Nagus now, and you got to kiss this scepter," and I was like, and walks away and
kiss this fucking scepter. Yeah.
And then
Odo was like, "I can make an exception for my, for that guy because he's cool. I like him."
And then also later, Odo is like, "Can't you see I'm trying to save your life?"
Yeah, I mean, it's cute. It's cute what they got. But I just want a little something different. I'm just a little tired of the whole Ferengi money grab thing.
I think it's also fine if you happen to be off-put by Wallace Shawn's character because they do very much intentionally make him annoying as fuck.
Yeah,
that's what he's supposed to be.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's very annoying. Yeah.
Yeah. So if that was off-putting to a viewer, I think that's also perfectly fine to respond appropriately.
Yeah. Like you're supposed to be like, "Oh, he's the leader." That's weird. Like,
and his voice is very bizarre.
Wallace Shawn.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, and he even pitched himself up slightly.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Even more nasal and awful.
Yeah, it sounds like Axl from the fucking Guns N' Roses.
So 6.5 it is for me.
Well, all right. That was, as I said before, that was the Nagus.
Stop saying that.
I gotta say it. This was an episode of Newbie Star Trek. Everybody, hope you guys enjoyed our little discussion.
Normalize saying Nagus.
Normalize Nagus.
You guys, I can't. I'm not. I don't know you guys at this moment. I'm sorry.
If you guys like what you like hearing it, you can check out, give us a comment or rating or whatever, wherever you are, YouTube, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever. You can do whatever you want. And also, if you guys want to check out some of the merch we got, you can head on over to fugitiveframes.store. Like I said, got our hoodie up. Check out that hoodie.
Oh, and we also have
we got our 2 t-shirts too. The hoodie, I've been particularly happy with because of the embroidery. I just think the embroidery is a neat touch.
Is it a zip hoodie or is it one that has no zipper?
It's a zip-up hoodie. Yeah, it's a zip-up hoodie. We have been told by some people who live in colder climes that they prefer a pullover.
Really?
Yeah, because the zipper gets
lets
cold.
in the air.
Yeah, the zipper actually does let enough in, or let enough some.
Yeah. It's also cold and sticks when it's cold, especially in snowy weather. So there's some functional issues with that in snowy weather.
People live in the Arctic? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Chicago.
Yeah, dude.
But so that we get it. We're gonna look into some other options. I mean, that one took a lot longer than I had hoped to get my acts together to make sure I could get something out. But hopefully moving forward in the future, I can figure some other stuff out. So yeah, we'll figure that out. You can just head on to fugitiveframes.store to see all that stuff. And also, maybe you guys want to get some of these episodes early. And if you do, you can head on over to our YouTube channel and become a member of the channel. It's only $1.99 and it gets you access to early episodes. Those episodes are also YouTube ad free. And you also get access to our members only Discord, where we have a bunch of lively conversations happening all the time. Yeah.
Shout out to our Discord members. Love you guys.
Yeah. Discord's
Thank you for the support and the conversation and the fun photos. And it's really been a really fun, supportive place. So
that reminds me, the Discord rating. So the Discord rating.
I was actually going to ask you about that.
Yeah.
We need to remember that.
This
we
week,
haven't missed it so far, but we almost did.
So this week, the Discord rating was actually pretty normalized. It was a peak of 8.
8?
So I think given the average, everyone kind of agreed.
I thought they were pretty harsh in the past, so I'm a little surprised at the 8.
I think it's one of those like I think part of it is that it's
inconceivable.
I think it's fondly looked on in some respects because it's like, oh, finally, we're like opening up Ferengi culture and getting to see what really happens. Because before, even when we saw Ferengi in like their ships and whatnot, they still seemed kind of just like military. Like
all we knew is that their hand jobs were ear jobs. That's all we knew.
It didn't seem like they were like that different from other hostile cultures.
Yeah, and they like naked ladies, and I could relate to that. So
So
do you like your ears rubbed?
No, actually, no. Don't let my ears rubbed.
Don't fucking touch my ears.
No.
See, that makes me think that was like a Roddenberry. Like Roddenberry liked having his ears rubbed.
It's very specific.
You think he had like a ear fetish, dude?
He might have. I mean, he wrote.
I mean, maybe this is like his Tarantino thing.
He put the pointy ears. You know? He put the pointy ears on the Spockians.
Vulcans and Romulans.
And the Romulans.
There's a lot of ear stuff, actually. Wait, hold on. Maybe we're on something here.
There's a lot of ear stuff going on.
It's an ear
At the same time, it is also, keep in mind, an easy cosmetic thing to do. So
is it Dan, or was he just a pervert? The cool pervert.
It could be both.
Why not both? People. Vulcans are essentially elves, right? And that's a fetish. So
maybe he does have like an ear thing. You know, people have a thing for everything. So
that's
in my presidency, if you know a second language, we're gonna give you a little stimulus. Like if you know whatever language, like you know fucking Korean, Cantonese, Spanish.
I like that. I kind of like that actually.
Little stimulus, dude.
Because second language not only enriches culture, but it also helps stimulate economy.
I would love to learn another language.
Yeah,
that's one of my
also
goals.
That would incentivize people to like expand cultural horizons because the act of learning a language is understanding culture too.
Yeah,
absolutely. I think that's a great idea. I would vote for you.
I like that. I really like that.
I'm full of great ideas. I'm telling you, dude. Put me in power, and we're gonna have some fun times.
Also, if you guys ever want to send us an email, you can always email us at contact@newbiestartrek.com. That's contact@newbiestartrek.com. So this email is a bit of a Hail Mary because I'm not sure if anyone on this podcast actually is familiar with what they want to ask, but I thought I might try. Okay. What is So Jack from the UK asks, "Hi newbies."
Hey, it's pronounced hello, Jack.
Isn't conservative Star Trek just Warhammer 40K? Thanks for such a great podcast, fellow Tahine enthusiast, Jack.
All right.
Wait. Question for Jack.
Any of us have experience with that?
We're just going to gloss over the fact that, like, do they have Tahine in the UK? Dude?
That's how
I guess they do.
Ask.
Hell yeah, Jack. Let us know. Hit us up. Give us a follow up. There's fucking.
That's actually surprising.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I have tangential knowledge of Warhammer 40K.
In my presidency, we're gonna trade that with them. We're gonna send Tahine, dude, and they're gonna send over.
No, you ship out Tahine as like what do they do?
Like a party favor.
Or like we send a gift to another country.
Oh, mangoes, and fucking. We're gonna send mangoes and with Tahine, and we're gonna send fucking corn, Mexican street corn. Boom.
Yes.
Okay,
dogs.
That sounds delicious.
Yeah, like my knowledge of Warhammer 40K.
I have no idea what the hell Warhammer 40.
I know
40 what?
There's a war and there's a hammer.
40K, 40,000.
What is that?
Type in Jim Caviezel building PC and see what happens.
I'm scared. Is it going to bring me to a weird porn?
No, it's gonna
Why Jim
make your knees weak.
Isn't he involved in Warhammer 40K to something? Oh, not Jim Caviezel. fucking
Jim Caviezel. Jim Caviezel?
No, that's Jesus. That's the guy who played Jesus.
Okay, who am I thinking of?
You're talking about the guy who played
Superman.
Yeah,
Superman.
that's the guy. Superman.
No,
That's not Jim.
He likes Warhammer.
why are we all blanking on his goddamn name? Fuck.
Superman. Tim Superman.
Jim Caviezel played Superman, or not? He played Jesus.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill played Superman.
That's what I said.
Oh.
I said Henry Cavill.
Henry Cavill.
Didn't I say Henry Cavill?
I don't think so.
Well, Warhammer 40K, as far as I know, it's like space super religion war. I think that's what it is.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think like
We need who's this? What's this guy's name from Britain?
Jack.
Jack.
Jack. We need to get Jack to explain Warhammer to us, and then we can figure this out.
No, what they will do instead is point you to a list of video essays that explain the lore to you in a series of several hour-long videos.
I'll just look it up on YouTube.
But yeah, I mean,
Good question though. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah, I mean, I think because of the religious aspect, from what I understand, the fact that some of the factions are hyper religious is supposed to be a parody of religious fanaticism.
Well, this is my best understanding of Warhammer 40K, which I only very recently acquired, and that is there is an old guy who needs thousands of lives of worth of blood sacrificed to him to keep a bunch of the only reason why the space society that they have built over time works is because that guy exists and is alive. Somehow he's the key to keeping all of their intergalactic commerce and travel intact. And so they must sacrifice thousands of people every day just to keep their status quo
I don't like this already.
going.
Okay.
And so that's where more blood for the blood god comes from. And if you have anything to say about that system, that labels you a heretic.
I see.
Ooh,
Okay.
Heretic's a good movie.
I just
Oh yeah, we saw Heretic.
Heretic.
That's pretty good.
I was thinking that too. It was so fucking good.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to go see Heretic. So good.
Tim.
So anyway, that's Warhammer 40K as I
Side
understand it. I don't know if that's correct or not entirely.
Jack.
Yeah.
TBD, dude. To be determined. But we do need to know about this tahine thing. What's the sitch over there, dude? Is tahine available everywhere? Is it only in certain supermarkets? What's the situation with tapatio sauce?
Tahine has a
work?
division specifically for the United Kingdom. So
Oh, damn, dude.
yeah, that's why he has tahine available.
They're like fucking Pitbull worldwide, dude.
Mr. Worldwide.
Yeah,
Love
dude.
it.
All right.
Yeah,
all right.
that's
Well, Jack,
surprising.
thanks for the email.
Yeah.
TBD.
Yeah, to the point where they have an Instagram, Tahine UK. It's like
Fuck yeah,
dude. It's like a thing, dude. And I mean,
All
it doesn't
right.
have a huge following. It's only got 6,500 followers. But
Hey,
we should get that going. We should
dude.
get that going up. We should get that going up. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, let's get if you're in the UK, follow Tahine UK, dude. Let's get those numbers up. Forget about following us. Follow
Yeah,
The
Tahine
big
UK.
thing to find is what UK food would be best enhanced by tahine to spread across.
Jackfruit.
Okay.
English breakfast.
Yeah, what should you
It's
add
all
tahine
over the
to?
whole breakfast.
Yeah.
Should you add tahine to fish and chips?
The rim of the plate.
I
Oh,
feel
interesting.
that sounds good.
I think that could work. I think tahine could work on fish and chips because
Wait. This is
Should you add tahine to your bangers and mash?
here's the thing. Here's the
To a
thing.
shepherd's pie.
Not tahine, but if you add tapatio to the tartar sauce,
Oh yeah, well,
it
yeah.
might fucking kick it up a notch, you know?
Yeah. But tahine is its own unique idiosyncratic thing. So that's
Can you put tahine on bread pudding?
You could. Maybe.
yeah, and
Put it on anything.
Is it a Yorkshire pudding edition?
What's a vegetable? What's the vegetable that they love over there?
Ooh, a Wellington.
Beef Wellington?
In the Wellington, Yeah. Well, a vegetable they love there is potatoes. That's just
It could go with potatoes.
potentially. Yeah. So I feel like it could go on French fries, and they eat lots of chips. So I
Oh,
feel like,
yeah. Okay.
I feel
okay.
I think that's fine.
Yeah.
So all right. Thanks for the email, Jack, and thank you for listening. If you guys want to check out other stuff we do, you can head over to fugitiveframes.com, where you can find links to all the things we do, including the Would You Stay Tuned podcast. We're eventually going to be recording an episode that we just watched the first episode of Utopia. And for people who are wondering, the
Jack,
UK
the
version.
UK Utopia. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Channel 4? Hell yeah, dude. I had
Not
to
a
get it
grain of
illegally.
tahine to be found, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
we'll see. But then, so that's what we're going to do on the next episode of Would You Stay Tuned, aka WIST, whenever it comes out. And next week, or next time we record, we're going to go back to the Enterprise and we're going to be watching an episode called Starship Mine. So
Mine? M-I-N-E?
Starship yours.
yeah, like a mine,
Yeah.
like a when you work
What
in a
kind of
mine.
Mind.
Yeah,
like a bomb, like a mine that explodes,
yeah,
like a mine you get gold from,
yeah. It's like it's mine.
Okay.
or like
Yeah,
Starship?
one of those
Yeah.
mines that like do the little. They're like painted like clowns, and they're in the box.
Mimes.
Starship Mime.
Yeah.
Starship
I'll find
Mr.
out.
Mime.
I can imagine that. So the plot of Starship Mime is Data learns how to mime, and the entire
Ooh.
episode is him bothering people by miming.
Yeah.
Brent Spiner would fucking love that. Like he would
Yeah.
probably have a fucking great
Love it.
time doing that shit. So
10
yeah,
out
he
of
would.
10.
His programming malfunctions where he sees objects in the world he cannot navigate around.
no, like somehow his programming makes it corporeal. So when he feels a wall, it'll actually create a wall in the Enterprise.
Well, then you actually have Mr. Mime powers. That's just like using
Yeah.
barrier.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe he'll be like, somehow
Right.
he's extended the holodeck into the real world, and it's great, but he's using it exclusively for miming.
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, but that's our next episode of Newbie Star Trek. We'll see you guys next time. Goodbye, everybody.
Take care, everyone.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Inconceivable.
Yeah.
Bye.